Buenas, estamos en un vídeo más de Juego de Tronos. Estamos con Alistair a punto de interrogar al preso. Que no sé ni dónde está. Preso. Vale, ahí está. Monedas en un cubo de una prisión. Lógica pura y dura. Hola, amigo.
Did you get a good eyeful, you son of a whore?
I ask the questions here. You're Oris, aren't you?
Bugger off.
Listen to me, fool. I'm not a gold cloak, but I
Pero puedo
can kill
matarte
you
ahora
right
mismo si
now
es lo que
if you
quieres.
so wish. On the
Tontísimo.
other hand, should you answer my questions, I'll make it worth your while.
You're not from the City Watch? If you're telling the truth, I have nothing to lose.
Sí, confía
Ask
en
me
mí.
questions.
I asked your friends. You were paid to kill those men in the sewers, weren't you?
What do you think? That I kill for the pleasure of it? Of course
O
I
quién
was
sabe,
paid.
igual si matas por
Who?
placer, tontísimo.
Who hired you?
That bastard, Janos Slint. It was the commander of the City Watch himself who told me to slit the throats of the two men hiding in that damn cellar. We'd known each other for some time. He came to me in the tavern I frequent. He said he had a job for me. Said it'd pay 300 silver
300 venados
stacks.
de plata, joder.
Enough to feed us all for more than a year. I asked for part of the money up front, as I always do. He told me to meet him at his office, and everything went well. But when two of my men and I came to collect the other half of the money after I'd completed the job, he had us thrown into this hole. He tricked me.
How did you meet? Did you serve as a gold cloak?
¿Viste un capa
No,
dorada?
not at all. But I've done this kind of favor for the commander in the past. There'd never been any problem until now, so I didn't have any reason to doubt him. As I told you, I was in his office upstairs when he made his offer. He paid me the advance
Qué
without any
puto.
trouble. When he left to get the money, I took a quick look around his office. There was a letter. I can't read, but I recognized the seal I
De
saw at
Valar,
the bottom of
buf.
that letter. It was Valar's, the Queen's lapdog.
Valar. Are you sure?
I know what I'm talking about. He and his bloodseekers have been getting in our way since they came to King's Landing. We're needed less and less because of them. I realized too late that it was them I was working for. I should have turned
Sí que lo
down
tenías
this
que haber
offer.
hecho, sí,
The
puto.
Bloodseekers. Those damned thugs. If Valar really is behind all this, that letter may just help me bring him down. I have to get into this office.
Get me out of here. I told you everything you need to know. Your turn to help me. These scoundrels of the City Watch betrayed me. And now
Te
they're
vas a morir
waiting on
ahora.
when I'm going to die. I'm the leader of the Reapers. If you save my life, you won't regret it.
Muere por
You took
matar a mi
my brother's
hermano.
life. I pray
Gilipollas.
to a law that you'll suffer eternal damnation.
Ah!
Toma por culo. Tontorrón. Oh, ha muerto. La justicia es ciega. Y Arpi vengativo. Se lo puede decir que ha muerto.
So, how much you want to bet?
I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you soon.
Pronto te diré algo. Yo apuesto a que muere hoy. Es más, yo digo que está muerto ya. Raymond.
Hey, you!
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
I've been ordered to collect some important documents for the small council of the Red Keep.
Oh?
¿Quién te lo
Who's
ordenaron?
orders?
Ya no, es decir...
Commander Janos Slint in person.
Sí, sí, sí,
The
sí.
commander? Why would he ask you
Ah.
to do that?
I was traveling by his side to the Red Keep. Once there, he said he'd forgotten some documents and that I had to quickly return them to him or
Sí, sí,
there'd be
es
trouble.
creíble.
Yeah. When the commander gives an order, you better do as he says. I'd rather not have any trouble. Go ahead. But move your
Sí.
ass.
Pero date prisa. No voy a robarle ni nada. Que va. Y que va. Vale, la carta es esa, pero Te robo antes. Pero robo antes.
So here's the infamous letter. That assassin wasn't lying. Let's have a
¿Por qué
look.
me da que me van a pillar? Respuesta, comandante, ya no se leen. Ella, o sea, Cersei. Valar colina, puto cabronazo. Te voy a matar, Valar. Pues ya nos podemos ir de aquí si no ocurre nada malo. A saber. Vale, bueno, podemos irnos sin problemas. Bien. Nadie es libre, solo los niños y los necios creen serlo. Qué gran verdad. Tywin Lannister pues un tío ahí con los pies en la tierra, forrado hasta estar podrido de oro, pero con los pies en la tierra. ¿Cómo que objeto de misión entregado? ¿Cómo me estás contando?
Lord Alistair, please, my lord.
What? Hub. Este era tontito que estaba...
Oh, I'm so glad they let you go, my lord. I was so afraid when I heard the gold cloaks had taken you away. A sorry business it was.
Yes, Lambert was far less fortunate than me, I fear. Did they cause you any trouble?
Me? No. Who could have anything against a poor bugger like me?
Anyway, ahí está nuestro
I've kept
contacto
away
de
from the
Calvito.
house since then, but I have a favour to ask of you, my lord.
A ver qué pide.
If it's not too much trouble,
Pide
of
por esa
course.
boquita, tontito.
It depends on what it is. What is the matter with you?
With me? Nothing. But I fear for Bethany, a friend of mine. She's a good girl, only in a difficult
Una mano
situation.
amiga.
She needs a kind hand, you see.
Who is the young girl, Hub? I didn't know you to have such friends.
She isn't... Well, I mean, she's a friend, my lord.
Sí, sí,
You
sí,
might
sí.
say she's
Ay,
a
amigo.
friend, but
Amiga.
not in the way
Se la
you
zumba.
think. You'll go weak at the sight of her, my lord. She's a real beauty.
Buah, eso es que es
and
un
so
orco,
sweet,
seguro.
too. The
Si
image
lo
of the
dicen notas
maiden,
es que es un
you'll see.
orco.
She'd explain it best. Better than me, I'm sure.
R'hllor knows how to show love. I couldn't refuse to help a young woman in need. Tell me where she is, I will see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Thank you. I'll be off
No
to
se
tell her
imagináis
the
lo
good news.
contenta que se
I
pondrá.
can't tell you how happy she'll be.
Pues habrá que seguir a tontito.
So, sir, did you find out what happened to your brother?
Yes, Valar had him executed. Mark my words, I am going to find this murderer and cut him down where he stands.
Morirá
I'm
entre
afraid
terrible
that's not possible,
sufrimiento.
He left during your investigation with at least 100 men.
I
100
said
hombres.
death, this wretched dog knows no limits. He killed my brother, and now he's trying to undermine any hope I have of gaining the Queen's favor. I must speak with Lord Halden immediately.
He awaits you at his residence.
Ahí tú no sigues. No, sigue el calvito. Vamos a hablar con la amiga del tontito. Dinero en una maceta. Joder. Vale, la puerta esta no se abre. Voy Feliciano con mi armadura de capa dorada. Soy un capa dorada, soy un capa dorada. Hacedme descuentos, hago revisiones. Soy un capa dorada, soy un... No, hombre. O sea, está en el lecho de pulga, es la amiga del tontico. Pues está al fondo del todo, venga ya. Mala leche.
I can't believe you asked me that. I think
Vale,
I've
que
done
esta
more
vez
than
Annie.
The others take me. Who is it? Him again?
Mother have mercy, Gunser, you are terrible. Is it too much for you to remember your courtesies once
Tiene
in a
unos
while?
pechotes.
Piss on courtesies. I like to know who you're bringing round before I offer them bread and water. I don't run a whorehouse.
I have come because I was told a young lady needed my help. This is far from the
Me da que los voy a matar a los dos.
Calm yourselves, you two. I told you of him. He's my master, Sir Alistair Sarwick. I told you he'd help.
You see, Brute? Now get out of my sight. I need to speak to this
Con
fine
este buen
man, and I
hombre.
don't want you cursing behind my back.
Aye, all right then. Forgive me, my lord. I don't mean to be rude or nothing. I'm just doing what I can to be master of my own
Sí,
home,
sí.
you see. I'll leave you alone.
Sí.
Please forgive Gunser, my lord. He's forgotten his courtesies. I am
Sí,
begging
Bethany, pues muy
It's
bien.
a pleasant surprise to see someone as fine as you come down here. Ub speaks highly of your kindness, but I didn't think to see you.
Generosidad.
Coming to hear your story, young lady. Tell me, how can I help you?
I need you to take a message to Sir Giles of House Langwood. Mother of mercy, this is so embarrassing. I am with his child.
What?
He doesn't even know. He hasn't come to see me for weeks. I've already made several attempts to send word to him, all in vain, I fear. House Langwood has a high opinion of itself, you know. They don't approve of a common girl like me appearing at their gates. They sent me away.
Have you considered the possibility that Sir Giles has no intention of seeing you
Y
again?
tanto.
It would not be the first time that a knight abandons one of his conquests the very next day.
No, it can't be. It's not like that. Sir Giles
Ya
was
me
so
estoy
sweet.
segura.
He came here so often. He
Pobre
loves me.
ingenua.
I'm sure of it. Help me, my lord, I beg of you. If you've ever known what it is to love, don't let my child be born without a father.
I'm sure you won't object if I ask you some questions.
Anything you want, my lord, if it will help.
Tell me more about your valiant
Valiente
knight.
caballero.
What do you really know of him?
Of his life, you mean? Very little. He's the last-born son of House Langwood. A humble but old
Una
family.
cosa.
He lives in a manse here in King's Landing. But I know what matters. He may seem cocksure and heartless, but inside, he's very sensitive. He wants to be sure of doing the right thing, but he relies too much on the counsel of others to tell him right from wrong. And he loves me, even if he dares not admit it. After all, growing fond of a girl in my condition
Seguro que
would
te ama.
disgrace him. His friends never cease telling him this.
Who is the lout who was scolding you just now? What is his part in all this?
You mean my cousin, Gunser?
Mi primo, sí,
He
sí.
might seem rough, but he's not a bad
Sí,
man.
sí, tu primo, seguro.
He agreed to take me in until the matter is solved, which means a lot to me. That's why I put up with his black humour. Please ignore him. He's not worth the trouble.
Has he taken you in? Where do you normally live?
At my aunt's, as it were.
Con mi
A
tía.
shrew who thinks she's a lady. She's not one to have her beliefs soiled. She didn't look kindly on Sir Giles' visits and never let me forget it. When he stopped coming and it came out that I was with child, we quarrelled. She said some things that I can't forgive. She went and forced me out of her home. I paid visits to the Langwoods, but I was turned away without the chance to see Sir Giles. I had nowhere to go. Gunser finally agreed to let me in. He didn't have to, for I know it's
Soy una carga,
the
joder.
sooner I see Sir Giles, the better for everyone.
It seems you have complete confidence in Sir Giles. Why do you think he has abandoned you like this?
Because of his family, of course. They've never looked kindly on our coupling. Just think, a peasant girl. They must have put pressure on him, or schemed to keep him
Sí,
away
sí,
from me.
seguro.
Giles did tell me of some matters to attend to, a journey he had to make. But he ought to have come back by now.
No
Help me.
pillarás
I beg
indirectas,
of you.
amiga.
Not knowing what's
Te voy a
happened is
ayudar,
turning me
venga.
mad.
I will try and help you. I will go and find him and we'll see how
Solo
he
para ver
gets
cómo
on the
me dice
situation.
que no.
Thank you. Oh, thank you, my lord. Hand him this letter. It will bring him here.
Don't get your hopes up, young lady. I said I would speak to him, not that I will make him change his mind. In the end, it is his decision.
I just need to see him and speak to him. Everything will turn out right after that. Tell him I'm waiting here. I'm sure he will come.
I hope so for your sake.
Por tu bien. Vale, pues vamos a hablar con el notas. Vale, por ahí. Ahí va. Tecla random pulsada. Al hacer para ver el personaje. Tiene lógica. C de character. Vamos a buscar la posada donde está el Sir Giles. Sir Giles. Sir Giles, amigo. Te traigo buenas noticias. Magníficas noticias. Vas a ser padre de una campesina. Esmirriado, what?
Good day to you. Is this the manse of the family Langwood?
Yes? Who's asking?
I am Sir Alistair of House Sarwick. I need to speak with Sir Giles. Is he in?
Yes, Sir Giles? Yes, he's here. Do you want me to go find him?
What do you think?
¿Tú qué crees? Es tontísimo.
Well, yes. Forgive me, my lord. I am on my way.
Eres más tonto. ¿Queréis que lo busque?
Where is he? Ah, Sir Alistair. I don't believe I've had the pleasure, even of knowing you by name. Please tell me, what brings you to my door?
Una
I have come on
sorpresita.
behalf of a young lady known to you. Bethany entrusted me with a message for you.
Beth? God be good. Thank you for informing me, Half-Pint. I will take care of it from here. Now,
Ve a las cocinas, tonto.
In the kitchens. Yes, sir.
Esmirriadas.
Are you afraid of what might be heard, Sir Giles?
You could say that. I'm to be married soon, you see. I doubt that the name of Beth
Hola.
will go down too well if spoken too loud. It's a sorry business. I liked the girl, truly I did. I had
Pasé
some
muy buenos ratos con ella.
Unfortunately, the family of my betrothed might be rather sensitive about the matter.
Y pues te voy a dar buenas noticias.
Yes, completely.
Amigo.
What? Well, what did she want?
She asked me to give you this, and to tell you that she hopes to see you. She is expecting your child, Sir Giles. She needs you.
My what? A bastard?
Eso no me lo esperaba.
With Beth? Gods, that is, unexpected. Why did this have to happen now? I mean, I've had my fair share of scandal, but this... What am I to do? Do you think this will put my marriage at risk? I've done nothing wrong, have I? A man is entitled to have a
Derecho a
good time,
pasarlo bien mientras es joven.
isn't he?
Todo es culpa tuya.
It's one thing to have a good time and another to cause others to suffer. The poor girl loves you. The girl is but an innocent and trusted you. You took advantage of her. She is now in need because of you. Only a coward would abandon her like this.
Did I hear you say innocent? Are you sure we speak of the same Beth?
What do you mean?
Is this some sort of joke? Beth is a whore, Shataya's most beautiful girl. I was her best client, at least before I
Esa que es prosti.
became betrothed. I'm sure you understand.
That is not how she described things to me.
Maybe she was ashamed. Or perhaps she thought that you would turn her away if she told you. In truth, I thought all I need to do was stop going there, and each would then carry on with their own lives. I would never have imagined she would leave the brothel for me.
Se lo cambia todo.
That changes everything, doesn't it?
She lied to my face about her position, and she would not have done so without good reason. It would be ill-advised to do anything until we are certain of her intentions. Shataya is a friend of mine. If Bethany was one
Puedes
of her
hablar con
girls,
Shataya.
she might be able to tell me more about her.
I defer to your judgment, my lord. Given my situation here, I
Os
would
esperaré aquí.
not to return to the establishment myself. I shall wait for you here.
That might be wise.
Joder, con la misión secundaria. Con la tontería. El Chataya. No me jodas que voy a tener que entrar dentro. Chataya. Hola, amiga.
Sir Alistair, it's a pleasure to see you again so soon.
Que no voy a acostarme con ninguna de tus chicas. Hostias. Cansina
It
eres.
would be a great pleasure, dear lady. But again, I have only come to satisfy my curiosity. I would like you to tell me about Bethany.
Beth? That girl was a bad seed. She's no
Nada
longer
trigo
here,
limpio.
Alistair.
Horror.
What has become of her since she left is of no concern to this house.
As far as I know, she hasn't done anything wrong. Sir Giles Langwood has taken an interest in her. He told me that the young lady was one of yours.
How very considerate of Sir Giles. Especially considering the fact that he departed in such a cavalier manner.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, what?
Sir Giles was Beth's favourite beau. He came to see her constantly. I thought he was particularly generous and wealthy.
Pues esto se está liando ya demasiado.
He was just irresponsible. When I presented him with the bill and requested that he pay up, he failed and asked for more time. From that day on, no news of him. Poor Beth was completely forgotten. So now that that wayward girl has left me, he's interested in her again? How charitable of him, and how convenient.
Are you saying that you threw her out?
Buah, yo ya no me estoy enterando de
I do not
nada.
throw my girls out, Alistair. I put too much time and effort into them to just put them out on the street at the slightest error. In Westeros, whores are miserable wretches who choose this profession out
Por
of
desesperación,
I
joder.
try to give my girls a little self-confidence, but they remember the life that awaits them outside. It usually is enough to get them to accept my house's discipline, but Beth was too arrogant for that. I didn't expect her to run away like this.
When last I saw her, she was holed up in a stinking hovel with the most miserable lowlifes in King's Landing.
Joder.
I have a hard time understanding why a young woman would leave your establishment of her own accord, knowing the misery awaiting her elsewhere.
She probably imagined that one of her lovers would take her in. It's a dream that some girls have. It doesn't seem to have worked out for her.
And I suppose this is where Sir Giles comes in. She claims to be carrying his child.
Is that so? Well, she will be sadly disillusioned.
A cargo del
Spills
fruto.
a seed in a whorehouse does not like to be confronted with the fruit. Is the child really Giles's? There's so many potential fathers. How's she planning to convince a noble to take responsibility for it? Beth is too astute a girl to have been taken in like this.
Seguro que la está chantajeando el otro
I don't know
tonto.
what to say. Would you like to look at her room? Perhaps she left something that could shed
Pues
some
vamos
light
a
on the
ver.
matter.
That's a good idea. I will return in a moment, dear lady.
Yo lo diré. Carta arrugada. Ajá. Y ahora con esto que se supone que hago. Bueno, lo vamos a dejar aquí por ahora. Nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Hasta luego. Bye, bye.